Yeah, what's up? And what's up, investors here? Yeah. All right, man. Mm, mm, yeah, yeah. We just had a scare. Um, Probably wouldn't have been able to stream to this morning, but they don't allow children to stay in the room overnight. So, and she may be released this morning. So, but everything's good. Oh, well, I hate the fact that and I hate that. I hate that, man. Hopefully we can because I adjusted my that looks like a double top right there. At least I hope. Shit. Mm. There's always something, man. There's always something. It's always these roadblocks that I put in front of myself. Mm. All right, so let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. I see that it rejected out my range that I was looking for on Tuesday. Mm. Mm. What's hard about losing this position is that I moved my target down. This is what's hard about losing this trade right here. I actually would have gotten my target hit, but I figured that we'll get a deeper pullback. I got greedy here, and unfortunately for this position, a trade that was supposed to be a winner turned into a loser. Dude, I must have just I don't know, man. I don't know what the heck is going on this week. I really don't. I don't know what the heck is going on this week. Just been struggling. Just struggling this week. I don't know why. Uh I feel like I've moved out of a pocket of security. And it just seems like well, Mm. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. We have less than 88,000 contracts being traded in the first 15 minutes. As everybody know, we didn't get the job data today. That will be projected for a future date. That's mm. And that might be a two-legged pullback into support. Hopefully it's not, but it could be. It could be. Oh shit. Oh shit. We can see an or breakout here. Mm. You said NQPA is weird to you? Yeah. Highly manipulated. Oh shit. You know what? Mm. I wish gold was doing this instead of Nasdaq. Well, right now, retail might be the only one that's really trading this right now. Mm. Retail might be the only one that's really trading this right now. Yeah, it definitely will. I definitely agree with that. Like I said, it would be nice if Nasdaq was doing. I mean, if gold was doing this and not the Nasdaq. You said almost took you out. Yeah, dude, you know it's bad when Nasdaq traders are when the ES starts to look attractive to Nasdaq traders. You know it's bad. And that's a clean double top on the ES. When the Nasdaq is not being manipulated, the price action is really good when she's not being manipulated. When she's not, and when I use the word manipulated, meaning that she's not overrunning the supply, making you think that people are going long here, and then just to dump it on you. She pulled back into this range perfectly and rejected. This is how tame the Nasdaq can be when she's not being manipulated. She trades as clean as the ES or gold would even trade. Probably cleaner. You'll get paid faster. I was considering about going short, but I mean it just happened so fast. I was like, well, let me just see what happens. And by the time I was like, well, yeah. Man, I would have already been out of this. Ooh. Gorgeous. Oh my God. What? Hold on. What news came out? What? Because gold just whipped. She snatched everybody out of that position, dude. If you had a tight stop on gold, you're out of it. You're out of that position. She snatched stops just now with that move. That didn't come out. So ISM services, what came out? What's going on? I mean, we don't get ISM services until about a minute. I guess it just got. All right, so ISM just came out. It's not really. Let me just refresh the page or something. Obviously. Looks like it declined to 50 versus the expected 51.7. Yeah, so it declined to 50. It was expecting 1.51.7. Let's ask the AI assistant, how shall I interpret the ISM data today? All right, so this is going to be it's not that bad of a read, so you just bear with me. Not that bad of a read. So the ISM data released today indicates mixed signal about the US economy in September of 2025. So the ISM manufacturing PMI was 49.1%, slightly up from the 48.7% in August, but still below the 50, which means the manufacturing sector contracted for the seventh consecutive month. Contracted meaning contracted. Yes, I think it's the sentiment is like smaller. Anyway, new orders fell to 48.9%, signaling declining demand. Production rose above 50 to 51%, showing growth in output despite overall contraction. Prices remain elevated but slightly eased, with the price index at 61.9%, which is down from 63.7%. Employment in manufacturing is contracting, but with a slight improvement to 45.3% from 43.8%. So the ISM services PMI came in at 50%, exactly at the break-even point between expansion and contraction, down from 52% in August. Business activity slipped just below expansion of 49.9%, the first contraction since May of 2020. New orders remain in expansion at 50.4%, but down from 56%. Employment is contracting for the fourth consecutive month at 47.2%, which is slightly improved from 46.5%. What a mouthful. All right. So the manufacturing sector remains weak and continued contraction, reflecting ongoing challenges such as trade tension and subdued demand. The slight increase in production is a positive sign, but insufficient to offset declines in new orders and employment. The service sector, which makes up a large part of the economy, is stagnating, signaling a possible slowdown in economic growth. Employment contraction across both sectors is a warning sign of labor market softness, and prices remain high, suggesting inflation pressures persist despite some easing in manufacturing. Overall, the ISM data points to a cautious economic outlook with weak manufacturing, stagnant services, and continued labor market challenges, warranting close attention to future indicators and the Federal Reserve policy direction. Okay, that was a lot. But I guess we have to understand this so we can kind of understand the market is doing. So I set a limit down here at 55. I'm right here in this range. We'll see if it gets hit. So waiting on my target to get hit on gold. About halfway there on gold. Hopefully gold doesn't. I would have already got my target hit if I got in at the right spot, but I'm gonna have to sit in this position for a little while longer because I didn't get the best entry. But as long as it doesn't come back and stop me out, I don't mind waiting on it. Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. Well, I guess we are seeing the cues. We may get a reaction at 603 on the cues. We are at a positive gamma level, so the market may try to use that. But we do have an order block, a dark pool order block at 603, so we could see the market dip into this liquidity, and we could potentially see the market try to recover from there. So keep a close eye on that. All right, so let's see if the market is going to bless me with this entry and win. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Just got that gold target hit. So if you was in that trade with me, honestly, I just hate the fact that it initially stopped me out. That was frustrating. But let's see. Because I have my let me see. Let me see how much I made in that. Because I don't know if I got the full 13 points or if I just got the 90. I'm not sure. $24. All right, so I was able to make $765 in that drop. Let me see. Okay. Ah, man. Well, yeah, gold stopped me out. I don't know how. I mean, unless, well, it would have hit my target if I didn't have the trailing on it. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. I made money in my funded account today. I shouldn't even complain. I made money in my funded account. That's day 2 on that account. So just come back next week and just trade this system again. It just sucks that I lost that initial trade though. Bunch of mistakes. I really hate my performance this week. I really do. I really hate my performance this week. I did horrible this week. I did horrible. I think I mean, even though I've made the most money probably in one day yesterday, it wasn't how much money I made yesterday and this week, because I made a lot of money this week. I made a lot. I mean, I went back over. I mean, I almost passed 300K accounts in less than an hour, just scalping heavy size, and that's what I hate. I hated that, but I did it though. And I was just thinking about that all night. I was like, if I just would have just calmed down, because I mean, obviously I was trading on 2. I full ported every position. I was super locked in. trying to get my money back. And I just full ported every position. And it just really goes to show that the amount of money that I can make if I choose to trade size while under control conditions instead of trading on tilt. But just losing that funded account this week, it just really set everything off for me, man. It really did. It was just the fact of the matter that I lost it just being stupid. I lost it by not following my system. And, moving forward, I'm just going to follow the system. That's why my system has things in place to profit initially or to make back my profits, if I take the initial loss. And if I lose, I'm only losing $600 a day. I'm only losing $600 a day if I lose 2 times, which, let's just be honest, that's just not going to happen too often with me. I trade, I get in at certain areas. Now, if I'm fighting against a trend, okay, yeah. And if I'm trading on tilt, yeah. But in a sound mind, looking at the market, waiting for entries like what we just did here, we literally just bottom ticked this move. And all I did was just waited for it to pull back into support. That's all I did. I didn't do anything special, And I'm just gonna trade my system moving forward. I'm not gonna. This is the strategy I'm going to trade. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to find ways to make money faster, because in the long run, it just doesn't work out. And as soon as I stepped away from my system, that's when I began to lose. Or trading outside of my system. All right, first target hit. When I begin to trade outside of my system, that's when I started to lose. So y'all guys can expect this from me moving forward. I will not trade how I won't execute the same way that I executed this week moving forward. I'm just going to stick to this. That's it. Set my limits, wait for the market to come to me, and we're just going to take the trade moving forward. All right, so we got that out of the way. Yeah, and also I do want to kind of apologize for my behavior this week, because I do want to set a standard on the stream, and this week I acted completely out of what I want to kind of showcase on the stream. Professional trading. I do have to manage my emotions better. It is challenging to accept that the market took something from me. It is challenging because of my personality, but I just have to try to accept it. It's just hard to accept. It's hard to accept that for me, and that's the work that I have to do. That's the work I got to do. So yeah, like I said, moving forward, I'm not going to trade on tilt on the stream ever again, or trade on tilt off stream either. I'm just going to take the trade and just see what happens, and follow my rules, because they're there to protect me. If I followed my rules, I would have still had the account. I would have had plenty of time to bring it back up. I got so focused on the payout. I got so focused on just getting the payout that I don't even need. That's what bothers me. It's like, dude, I don't need it. I want it. My ego needs it for validation. It's a validation for my ego, so I can say, oh yeah, I got a payout. It's a validation for my ego. And I don't want to make it seem that your ego is a bad thing. It's just, unfortunately, the market uses your ego against you. I don't think the ego is a bad thing. I don't want to kill my ego. Obviously, your ego is there for a reason. If you didn't need it, it wouldn't be there. But unfortunately, in situations where your ego is your worst enemy, like when you're trading, we just have to manage. We have to manage that. as traders, as professionals, we have to manage that. And like I said, it's definitely difficult. It's definitely difficult for me. Um, all right. So my strategy says if my second target doesn't get hit and my first target gets hit, I can try for I can put my original target at break even. I'm sorry, a new limit at break even for a potential double dip of the same play. And if it stops me out, well, I'm just going to lose the money that I would have lost originally anyway. So it's actually I would lose half of the money because I've already got that first. Actually, no, it's no, because I'm adding to the position. And so it was still I would lose the same amount of money that I would have lost anyway if I'm wrong. So yeah, Alfred, that's definitely true. And Tilt just had like, dude, Tilt grabbed me this week and I grabbed her back. I grabbed her back. Both the Nasdaq and Gold were just doing me nasty, man. Just nasty. Well, I guess I was doing myself nasty, I guess. I guess that's the better way of saying it. Doing my own self nasty. But okay, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is this? Hmm. I have no clue what the heck is going on. I don't want to delete this chart. I really don't. I would prefer not to delete it. I would prefer not to delete the chart. Hmm. Well, if it continues, well, I guess. Okay. All right. It fixed itself. I was going to say, well, if it continues to do it, then, I would have no choice but to delete it. But, I'm just glad it didn't have to come back. Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? All right, so let's see if we can get that second target here. Yeah, I appreciate that, Cave Trader. I went through a minis hero journey this week. All right, so let's see if we can kind of, add into this somewhere, just to get a little bit more profits into this. Self-sabotage is real, man. It's so real. It's so real. The most realest thing in the world. It is so real. Okay. So I added into this position. Let's see. Only added 3 contracts. Probably what I should have did was we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Mm. Yes, Cave Trader, I have been humbled. I think this week is probably the most erratic that I've been in a while trading. I don't know why I convinced myself to start scalping. I really don't know. I really don't know. Because I mean, it over the long run, you're not going to be successful doing it. You're not going to be successful scalping heavy size, especially when the market is not. Unless your entries are like perfect and you're catching the momentum as soon as it happens, it's just not worth it. Especially when the bulls just out of nowhere fail, then the bears out of nowhere fails, and then next thing you know, you're in 100, 300 contracts. I haven't been in 300 contracts since 2022, December of 2022. I haven't full ported Apex like that in a while. Hey, yo, what's up, Tony Gold? What's up? We'll see if we can get these targets hit and make some money in this account today, or make more money in the account. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. A lot of my profits went to commissions. I think I paid over at least $1,500 to $2,000 in commissions. As crazy as that sounds. You know, I saw this very interesting video. It was the two people in this video was having a conversation about why is it that people before they die they wake up, and the person suggested that maybe it's because your brain doesn't know what happens after death. That's why you wake up, because it doesn't know what really happens. And I found that to be a very interesting concept. So I had this dream yesterday. It wasn't a dream about me dying or anything like that, but I was going to jail because I treated my trading account like I was going to jail for domestic trading abuse, abusing my trading account. Such a monster. This trading account is literally your business is going to provide for you and your family, and you're just abusing it. And you know, I got pulled over by a cop, and as he was walking, he was like, "Yeah, sir, we're gonna have to take you in. You've been reported for abusing your account." And as soon as he walked away from a car, I sped off and I ran, and I got away. And I was sitting down. I was speaking to someone, and then for whatever reason, he said, "Man, you got to talk to my friend. She works for the government. She can probably help you out." I was like, "Okay." And as I was talking to her, for whatever reason, this must have been like a random video that I seen on TikTok. She was eating a turtle. Like it was like the random part of the dream. Like she had a turtle. She dipped it in some sauce and she started eating it. And I do recall seeing a random TikTok video of a woman eating a turtle, but you know, that's not here or there. But what she told me, she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to turn yourself in. You may have to face some jail time for what you did, But you know, I talked them down. I said that you're a good person. You probably will probably get a slap on the wrist. And I was like, man, that's tough to accept. How long? It's like, well, you probably won't be able to trade for 5 years. And I was like, 5 years? What? She was like, I mean, you're treating your trading account like trash. You don't think that you deserve to be kind of punished for that, you know? And I was like, man. And as soon as I was going to turn myself in, I woke up. Maybe my mind doesn't know what happens when I don't trade, because I can't imagine myself not trading. I really can't. I can't imagine myself not trading. So because my mind doesn't know it, you know, I woke up before I got the sentence, right? But you know, everything. I'm gonna just take that as a sign, because that was just a. I feel like those are one of those dreams where it's like, you know, dude, you're almost there. Don't fuck it up. You can really take. I mean, this is like the beginning of what you can become. Like once you kind of get over all of the stupidness that you allow yourself to fall victim to, you can really turn this thing into. You can really be big on this. You know, you can help other traders. You know, other traders that are not necessarily experienced. You can be that, I guess, furu that you wish you had when you were starting out and you was paying all these scam artists that like to sell $10,000 trendline courses and shit like that. And you can just provide this for people. Like, remember the mission. Remember the mission. Like, you keep getting caught up on the greed aspect of it. You keep getting caught up in these payouts when you can help so many people by just coming in, trading responsibly. I mean, you can be bigger than that. You know, you can be bigger than the payouts that you're getting from these prop firms, you know? And so, you know, that's kind of how I'm taking this dream that I had last night. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to get that, K trader. I'm starting to get that. The money that I could have made, I mean, I could have been a bajillionaire by now. And honestly, it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't have mattered. What matters is being able to translate these skills and help other people that are trying to achieve the same goal. That's what matters. That's what matters. But I just keep getting caught up on the vanity of it all, the payouts, the screenshots. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's not. There's nothing wrong with that. But I keep losing focus of the mission. Keep losing focus of it. Maybe I'm losing focus on the mission because I guess there's still internal work that I need to do. Maybe that maybe that part of me that's scared of poverty is I guess it still hasn't a seat at the council. Because I'm scared of poverty, man. I don't like to use that word, but man, I'm scared of it. I lived it all my life. That shit is not fun at all. And I think a lot of people that gets out here and grind, has the same fear. And I guess the payouts would alleviate that fear, I guess. Even though, and I know it's emotional because I keep saying like all the payouts I did take some money out to buy new accounts. But I mean, it just sits in my business account and I don't touch that. So it's like, I know logically it doesn't make sense for me to even focus on payouts. But I know it's an ego thing. I know I don't necessarily need it. It's good to have, but I don't need it. But, you know, there's other people out here that maybe they need the payout. And if we can come in and do the same thing, make money every day, wait for our entries, and I can help somebody get to a payout. All right. I mean, that's the whole mission. That's the point. So yeah, Cave Trader. Like I said, this dream was, I really felt like I was in this dream. That's why I remember it. Cause you know, we really don't remember the dreams when we wake up, but this dream stuck with me because I was in the dream. I was there physically. And I guess I was right. I guess I just needed to tell myself that while in a dream state, just for it to make sense to me, I guess. I don't know. Because I was abusing my account and I was going to be sentenced to not trading my account because I was abusing it. And I guess that's a good way to look at it. I mean, you're beating your account up and all it does is trying to help you make money. I mean, and help you be able to feed your family and build the life that you think that you deserve for yourself. All right, that's another target hit. All right. I'm actually going to take this right here. All right. I'm into. I was going to take that. That was my add-in trade. I really don't care to all right, reduce the risk on this one. All right. I mean, we're only in 2 contracts. Honestly, I'll probably leave this one up here too, just in case. Let's see. 49. Probably leave that one, and then yeah, I'll probably take both of them here. Probably take out both here. What's up, sir? Gain weight. Judge weight. Jury weight. Judge, jury, and executioner weight. But yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. I won't do it no more. It's unbecoming. It's unbecoming. It's unbecoming. I'll let this one run up a little bit. I mean, we could see a or breakout here. I'll let it run. Maybe I'll just let it run to, well, I mean, we might not get it. We could see like, well, okay. I'll leave it at I'll leave it at 170. 177 is probably a cute number. 177 for the last target. Have it come back up into this range. Let's do that. Let's do that. I guess I should be cool with making $600 today. I mean, I made a lot. I mean, I made decent money today. I shouldn't complain. I've made decent money today. I've made decent money today. I shall not complain. I'm not gonna allow fear to dictate my trades anymore. I'm just not gonna do it, man. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. We missed a trade. We missed the trade. Damn it. We're just gonna take the trade. We're gonna execute on the trade. That's pretty good, Cave Trader. That's a good way to think about it. You need to learn to lose before you can win. Yeah. Is that type of backwards thinking that's very successful only in the market. Only in a financial market is that backwards thinking the keys or the path to success. As crazy as that is, man. Because in all other markets, in all other industries, your ego is what keeps you on top. Obviously, your ego, when dealing with other egos, obviously that's not the best way to form relationships. Obviously, you have to set your ego aside when you form other relationships with other people. But it's going to be your ego that's going to be your self-motivating fuel to drive you forward to be able to achieve your goals. So, because shit, if you ain't telling yourself that you the shit and that you can do it, nobody else will. I promise you that. Don't ever outshine the master, right? Well, nobody's not going to tell you that you're better than them. Mm-hmm. Even if it's true. Well, actually, that's not true. That you're more capable. You got to be very specific with words nowadays. That you're more capable of them. Because I mean, we're all capable of doing the same thing, but we all use our capability differently, for sure. But no one is not better than anyone else. We kind of all, or at least majority of people that doesn't have disabilities, obviously, that are born with disadvantages. If you're born with all 5 fingers and all 10 fingers and toes, 2 arms, a head, a body, torso, legs, feet. I mean, shit, we all can do the same thing. I'm gonna start taking that trade, man, because that trade's been working. That trade works, man. That trade works. I'm looking at gold. So this is the trade that I'm talking about on gold. I see this trade work out so much, and yet I'm still not confident to take it. But it works so well, so well. Let's talk about it. So we see a really big move up, right? A really big move up. We see like the fake out and then the move up, and then it starts to drop. This move right here, I see work time and time and time again, where the bulls step right back up, or the bears, they take out the highs, and then it dumps. So either taking this trade right here, or trying for that trade fighting against the trend. Because usually, if on gold especially, if there is enough sellers here to knock the market down, and then they run the liquidity and they fail to take it higher, well, we'll usually see a drop, at least back down to that low at least. And that trade just works time and time again, and I just don't take it. I just don't take it for whatever reason. I'm gonna start taking it. I'm just start taking these trades, man. I'm tired of these trades presenting itself to me, and I just don't take it. But I mean, it has to follow the rule. It needs to be a big breakout above a previous area, like basically a stop run. And then that first pullback, the market tends to buy that up. So I'm gonna start looking into that trade. I'm gonna start looking into it and start taking it. You said a Dow? No. And look at that. If I was a swing trader, I would only trade the Dow. I would only trade the Dow if I was a swing trader. I don't believe in trading the Dow intraday. That's my opinion. It doesn't make it right. But my opinion is based on what I see happens time and time and time again on the Dow. I mean, you can trade it intraday, obviously, but the power of the Dow is being able to hold a position from 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and just holding on to the position. Like the Dow is made for that. You get in at a good spot and you can just hold it. Let's actually look at the daily chart real quick. The Dow will probably be the only instrument that I would swing. I wouldn't swing the ES. So this is the daily chart. So if you've held, okay, so if you held the low of April 21st, the market has been going up since April 21st on the Dow. And I mean, the only significant pullback would have been right here. It pulled back right to support. And then the market just went up straight from there and it's still going up. The Dow is beautiful for swing trading. Beautiful for swing trading. Wouldn't do it on any other instrument. Oh, I would do it on Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin is really good at for swings too. Oh. All right, so let's see if the bulls. I mean, I do see a trend line here. So a trend line is now in play. I do see a trend. Let's actually draw that out. Let's draw that out real quick. I would have drawn it like that. I would have drawn it like that. This one is kind of tough because you definitely have. Yeah, I think that's good right there. That's good right there. That's good. That's good right there. Make sure y'all buy my $10 million trendline course. You'll never be broke ever again. And it can be yours for the low, low price of $10 trillion. All right, so that trend line looks right. Shit, this would have been a good add-on at this trend line right here. I mean, a good scalp from this trend line obviously would have been. Well, if I this would have been a good scalp right here. With the context of it pushing off of the trend line, that would have been a great scalp right there. Great scalp. I guess you could do it, you know. Hold on, guys. I gotta take this call real quick. Give me a second. All right. So I was just told that they're about to be discharged from the hospital, so that's good. That's good. All right. week. What a week. What a week. I will say this though. I will say this. We kind of talked about this a little bit, but after this week, I will say, and I don't feel like this is placebo or anything because I'm really good at making sure that the information that I take in is always with a grain of salt. And it shouldn't be something that I try or that I should try to turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy because we're so great at doing that. Like how everybody believed that the rapture was coming and it was giving away their stuff. I was unaware that that was actually a thing that was happening. And shit, let me walk by somebody. Well, I wouldn't do it, but if I was in a situation where someone put something valuable in the yard because they believe that the rapture was happening and that they was giving away all their valuable possessions, to go float in the sky. Well, I mean, if you no longer need this, then I'll happily take it off of your hands if I want it, and I can get it for a discounted price or free potentially. But a lot of the spiritual creators this week were saying that after September 21st or 23rd or something like that, that we were going to be in, I don't know. So like I said, I really don't take it in like that. They said that there will be a shift, right? I'm like, okay. And I will say this, man. At least this week, there's been a shift for me. I'm not saying it has anything to do with what they were talking about, but especially October 1st. I don't know what happened on October 1st, but everything, or it just seemed that a lot of things on October 1st just went wrong. It's just random. There's like everything, or not. I don't want to use the word everything. If it was one thing that went wrong and then there was a follow up. I mean, I can understand if like one or two things go wrong on the same day, but it was more than 5 things that just went wrong. It just seemed like everywhere I turned, something was breaking, or it need to be fixed, or it need to be handled, or it's urgent. Can you get this to us now? Type of thing. And October 1st was a very challenging day for me. I will say that. Very challenging. And this week was very challenging. I was very challenging. Mm. Mm. I wonder if the market is going to break this trend line, but if we see a trend line break here, we know how to trade it. We know the best way to trade a trend line break, if we see a break here, is that we do not get caught up in the initial break, because that's not where the money's at. The money is a retest of the trend and shorting that first retest of the trend for that move down. That's where the money, this is where the money is going to be made. You don't want to short this break. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that if you short it, you won't be profitable, but it's highly likely going to get bought right back up if you try to short that initial trend break. I believe that that initial trend line breaks and it works, it's because the market is completely overbought or sold. But usually it doesn't work the first time. If you take that same trade 10 times, you probably win 2 times out of the 10 trades. So my focus is to only take trades that at least that I have the edge on, and I wouldn't try to short that initial, because you got to think about what's happening. Think about the professional traders that are waiting for a pullback, hoping for a pullback right now. They're hoping to get into this. They see a pullback, they're going to buy it up. They're going to buy it up. And that's usually why that initial break does not work. Now look at that. Look at that. And they buy it up to the retest. And just think about why that initial retest, why that works, because everybody becomes sellers. Everybody that bought it is going to take profits at that trend line. Sellers are going to reload at that trend line. Everybody becomes sellers here. It's highly unlikely for the market to continue upward after a break of structure. So taking that trade, that follow-up trade, is usually a winning trade, usually. I mean, unless the market is extremely bullish. Mm. Make sure you buy the course, Cave Trader. It's only $10 trillion. It's only $10 trillion. In this course, I'll show you how to use the trend line the right way. Buy my chart geometry course. Make sure that you're using your chart geometry the right way. Are your circles, triangles, and squares getting you down? Join my course today and I'll show you how to use this chart geometry the right way. Are you tired of your Furus having big losses and only showing the wins and selling you a course and telling you how they did it? I mean, technically, we're still making higher lows and higher highs. I mean, it is weak, but the structure is still in. So we're still making. But I don't like the fact that we just kind of double top right there. I mean, I guess how else are you going to get the bears to? I also going to get them to sell to generate the liquidity that we need to make them move higher. I mean, how else are you going to do it? I mean, right now we're trading with 643,000 contracts right now. which is kind of low liquidity for the Nasdaq, but it's still decent liquidity though. I mean, still decent. I just wait for more information, you know. Yeah, I'm done. I mean, we'll just do it this way, you know. No, I'll keep it at 77. I'm going to take that target at R2. Just take that target at R2. And I'll leave that runner right there at 177. You said you're expecting a big move up. How big of a move do you expect? Yeah, you know, looks like the Qs did target that pocket right there, that gamma level. So, I mean, it would only make sense for them to get close to around 607 because that's the next gamma level. If you're trading 0DTE today, even if you're positive, if you're not in the money right now, the premiums right now is probably dead. Is getting close to 12 o'clock. The premium is dead. Yeah. I mean, you can see that the data is mixed in the option market right now. No one has a clear direction of, or I don't want to say no one. It doesn't appear that, you know, market participants have a clear direction that they want to trade in because you're seeing some puts, you're seeing some calls, so the data is mixed right now. We don't have everybody going in the same direction right now, so. We're going to get this account to 20K the right way. All right, baby, we're almost there. 10 more points. And just like K Trader's saying, I mean, shit, if you're just buying off of this trend line, scalping off of this trend line, you're making money. Yeah, this trend line right now is paying. You know, I'm thinking to myself, you know, with the scalps, what I was doing, if I'm scalping, well, shit, well, let's see. Let me see. I waited. This thing would have kind of missed me by 6 points. It would have came back and stopped me out, and then it went probably went in. But this one just went. So this one would have hit me right here. You know, I'll try this. Next time I'm gonna try this in the sim instead of just scalping. Because with trend lines, that I mean, this is obviously if the market is trending, there's momentum. So, and these are momentum based strategies. Thank you. I appreciate that, K Trader. Patrick Whelan is having a Hey, yo, what's up, Solo Trades? So apparently Patrick, I'm reading this in the Think with Bookmap chat. Apparently he's having a prop firm contest. Is that true? In 20, huh? $17 days. All right, there we go, baby. Shit, there we go. 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 Probably put this. There we go. All right. I guess that's how trading's supposed to be, right? Easy. Where can you work? Where do you even sign up for the competition? And whoa. Oh shit. They had a golds competition. I would have beat that. So I'm looking at the Ninja Trader 8 right now. The competition page or the arena on Ninja Trader 8 where it has different competitions. The next big one is in 16 days. Starts on, oh shit. It's how much money you can make in 1 day. It's a 1-day tournament. You said Bitcoin? Let's look at that. And it seems like Bitcoin is always doing something. Bitcoin is definitely going to need to break out of that high for sure. With Bitcoin, like I said, if it's not being fueled on FOMO and news, it's a bear market. Don't be fooled with Bitcoin because it breaks highs. Like when it breaks structure, Bitcoin just, everybody gets stopped out short. And then it goes back to being a bear's market. Even though Bitcoin has just been going up, it's more bearish than bullish. It's crazy. Like that's what makes Bitcoin very interesting. Because shorts work more often than longs, but overall, Bitcoin is up overall. And I'm pretty sure it's going to probably get to 200K. I wouldn't even be surprised. Just imagine a $500,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. But Trump did say that he wanted the United States to be a Bitcoin superpower. If the world is going to shift to a digital currency and have a digital currency as the main form of currency and get rid of the old system, well, we can definitely see Bitcoin at 500,000 to 1 million, probably in the next 10 to 20 years. Why not? Oh, really? You know what they say about great minds, Cave Trader? You know what they say about great minds? Mm. Well, I'm kind of debating on this one. I'm kind of debating if I should let this one run. Oh, okay. 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 It looks like the Nasdaq almost made that decision for me. Make sure y'all guys join my trendline course. Make sure y'all join it. It's only $10 trillion. It can be yours for only $10 trillion. You'll never be broke ever again. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? I mean, I'm debating if I should let this if I should just close the position out or if I should just let it run. It's highly unlikely that it breaks structure to the upside today. It's highly unlikely. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take one Bitcoin, one full Bitcoin for the trendline course. I'll take it. uh, you know I'm taking you know I'm taking that strategy from my mentor. Ah. I don't know. I think we might see the market begin to tap out around these areas. I mean, it's going to be hard for the market to, well, it's not going to be hard. It's not. It's not going to be hard. But it's definitely going to be unusual for the market to break above this. Well, let me take that back. Let me be very clear. We got a double top rejection, a two-legged pullback into support, and now we're seeing the market reject from supply. If this was gold, I would comfortably be in a short right now, knowing that it won't pop up. But this is the Nasdaq. This is the Nas crack. So I don't know about this one. Maybe I should take it. I'll just leave my stop right here. I mean, I just gave up about 32 points. Like if it hits my stop, I'll give up 32 points. You know, we keep it transparent over here, Alfred. You know, we keep it transparent. Hey, when I go tilt, the prices have to go up to offset the tilt sessions. The price has to go up to offset it. You know what, K Trader, dude? When I say great minds think alike, I literally had that conversation with myself this morning. And since, you know, we brought it up, let's talk about it. I told myself that what you're doing, or what is highly likely that you're doing right now, is I've already shared with my mind is wired for complicated tasks. My mind is wired to solve complicated tasks or solve complicated problems and perform complicated tasks and simplify it. If I'm given a simple problem, I will overcomplicate it and fuck it up. That has been something that I haven't put the time in to really fix it because, like I said, it's small. It builds up over time, but I mean, it's small. I mean, my mind anyway. And I had this conversation with myself this morning, and I said, you're overcomplicating this because because you know that trading is so easy. It's not challenging. It does the same thing every day. And you're trying to find meaning in this simplicity by overcomplicating it and still getting it to work. That's what you're doing. you don't want to face, you don't want to accept just how easy it is. And that's why you're making it hard. That's why you get into, you start to scalp. That's why you're fighting against the trend instead of trading alongside with it. That's why you're hesitating at the obvious areas of support and resistance. That's why you're not taking your targets at obvious areas of support and resistance. You want to overcomplicate it so it can feel more meaningful. But there's other tasks out there that that are already complicated that I can solve. Kind of like what I was talking about before. You know, there's a market out there for people, especially when they're on their last day, especially when they're anxious about that payout. You can kind of be the, what's the word I want to, I don't want to use this term, but I'm going to use it. Holding their hand. Because we all need, especially on that last day for the payout. I'm pretty sure everybody's here has brute force that $100 and almost blew their account brute forcing it. Just being able to showcase that if you trade the right way, you have nothing to worry about. You don't have to cheat yourself out of a payout. You can do it the right way. That's a complicated task that you can provide strategies on how to combat that. Solve that problem, problems like that. Instead of trying to make something as simple as price action and kind of overcomplicate it to make it more meaningful. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not doing it. But that's what I'm doing. Because I showed myself yesterday, if I really want to make money, I can just full port and make money and be done. But that's not what I want, obviously. That's not what I want. I just want to solve problems. That's all. That's what I really want to do. I want to solve problems. So yeah, so we're all talking. So, where can I look at the rules and regulations at, Alfred? Is it like on his website? Does he have a website? I'm pretty sure he has a website. What's his website? Or, just give me the website so I can look at the rules and stuff. If I see a break of this trend line, because it's rejecting from supply. It doesn't mean that we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, I'll look at it right now. All right, and I'll put this link in the chat for anybody that wants it. I mean, if you so choose to join this, the link is in the chat. Actually, let me take this off the screen. Something weird pops up on Twitter. All right. All right. All right. So. All right. Okay. Hold on. What for? Obviously, this is marketing. Obviously, they're using his code to enter in. This is obviously marketing, and he's going to get paid on the back end. The Legends. If I have to sign up for this crap, see, this is a new prop firm. Okay. I see what they're doing. I mean, this is clear marketing. This is clear marketing. Mm. 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 Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Solo Trades. I mean, I'm not forced to join it, but mm, yeah. So this is a new firm. So Patrick won't be paying. Patrick's not paying it out. It's gonna be the firm. This is the firm. This is the Legends Trading. I think I'll pass on this one, maybe. You signed up last night? You know, when I see that this website is, I don't know, man. I don't know. How is it that how is it that someone already got a payout? This is supposed to be a new firm. How long they've been out? I mean, anybody that's built a website knows that this is all bullshit. So when I see stuff like this, you know, honestly, oh hell no, dude. I don't believe this for one bit. She doesn't even look like a trader. We all know what traders look like. She does not look like no trader. She look like she's in HR or some shit like that. Fuck out of here. We all know that if you build a website, they generate these pictures, and this is supposed to be social proof. No fucking way. No way. I don't believe it. And we're talking about real traders, or we're talking about the person that makes the most money is a female that looks like she's in HR. Yeah, right. She has the most payouts supposedly. This is obviously marketing, and I don't believe it. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it. Yep. I know, right? That shit is fake as fuck, man. And she has the most too. So I just know that this is just pandering. I just know that. I'm not saying that women can't do it. It's just not. You just know bullshit when you see it. She made the most out of everybody. Get the fuck out of here. That don't make no sense. Trading is not. We're not saying that. So obviously you're going to have your outliers like a Terry Trades and all the other female traders. Obviously there are outliers out there for sure. But it takes a special kind of woman. And you can see that most female traders are more masculine than feminine, because women deal with all of the 7 sins. And if they don't have guidance to overcome it, they fall victim to it. And trading definitely puts them in a situation where they're unsure. They have to admit when they're wrong. They have to take accountability for their actions. And we all know that that is not something that females are really great at. It takes a lot of guidance, a lot of being humbled, a lot of self-reflection. And That is just something that women don't do. They don't even tell you sorry when they're wrong. They'll argue with you even if they are wrong. They just want to be right. So, I mean, we understand that. That's why if anybody tells me that female traders are better than male traders, I just say, okay. And obviously, you just want to feel empowered by saying that, even though it's not true. But this is a male dominated space. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I might pass on this one. This right here kind of convinces me that this is bullshit. If this is a new firm, how is it that you already got people with these big payouts? How? You just opened, or I'm assuming they just opened. I don't know actually how long they've been in business. Actually, I should take that back. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Let's look at their about page. Let's look at that. But like I said, anybody that builds websites know that this is bullshit. That all of this is bullshit. On those crypto and those crypto memes, when they're saying that this person bought 10 million, that person bought 100 million, you know, that's bullshit too. It's just to get you to see that, or to get you to believe people are buying, to influence you to actually buy, and you're probably the only one buying it. And the person that's already in is going to give you the bag to hold. And it's like, it's literally, or it's your turn to hold the bag. It's when is it going to be your turn to hold the bag? Wasn't I in there the about page? $2025. Actually, let's see if my AI assistant knows. Let's see if Legends Trading. Okay. No, and I appreciate that, Alfred. I appreciate that information. Appreciate it. Let's look to see who this person is. Let's look to see who this person is. CEO and GFF broker. So this is supposedly the guy that owns the website. This is the guy right here. Two employees. I'm not going to sign in. It's privately held company, 11 to 50 employees. Okay. Well, apparently this firm has been started last year. I guess late last year, early this year, supposedly. The way that they have this worded, it may have just popped up probably like in December of last year when it says 24 to 25 like that. So I think it's probably late last year, early this year is probably when they whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. $39. All right, so I got stopped out of it. We all know that this is the initial break right here, actually. So this is the initial break of this trend line. This is the initial break. So if we see the bears come right back in, we might actually get a move down. And we got all these stops right here that the market could potentially run. And we got the space for it. We got the space. So it's not like we don't. But all right. So actually, let's look and see what the bears do right there. Let's see. Actually, no. Actually, I forgot. I gotta get back in this meeting. Okay. That's it for me today, guys. Sorry about the rough week. I definitely will not be doing that moving forward. I will be testing out the scalping strategy, but I'll be testing it out in the sim. Over the weekend, I'll be going over some rules with the scalps. Like right now, like this, I think this would probably be a good scalp trade right here. Like right at the trend line. It's a momentum. Oh shit, man. A momentum based play at the trend line, something like this. I'll be testing it out because, like I said, it's always that follow up trade that's usually the money trade on the Nasdaq or on any instrument. Because I don't, like I said, there's nothing wrong with scalps. It's just that when you use them in the wrong direction and you use them outside of context, well, if the market becomes choppy, then yeah. So if I was guiding at that trend line, I think my stop would be so right there. Yeah, my stop would be like right here. That's where my stop would be. So I'm just going to pretend that my entry was at the trend line, and we're just going to see if the target gets hit. I'm gonna let this run. I'm in the sim. I'm going to be going over this. I do think, I mean, because obviously when the market is trending and we have a confirmed trend line, trading at the trend line, like with scalps and stuff like that, I don't think that's with a tight stop following the strategy. I don't see no point in not using it. So, like I said, we'll practice it, but we'll have it in a test environment, and then once we see consistent results, we'll put it into production. So we'll play it like that. But all right, guys, that's it for me. I appreciate everybody that's joined me this week. Hopefully, we was able to make some money. We'll definitely come back Sunday night, and we will definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good weekend.